that bad ever, and this is his map.
This is the one. The recovery for Team Liquid. HYUNMIN back to his old tricks. Flashback there alongside him, and HYUNMIN with his third kill of the round. His second. DRX in a 5 versus 2. This has gone downhill very quickly. There's your stats powered by AWS. 24.6% of the time, Team Liquid are getting the spike defuse, and in a 2v5, I imagine that stat's even worse.
This is going to be tough to try and break back into. It's mostly going to come down to mistakes, and I want to give credit in the last map as well to DRX. They weren't really making silly errors. They were looking like a well-oiled machine, and well, it is a flawless pistol round to kick things off.
That's exactly it. Last time it was all about securing that second.
They're so ready for it.
A map with so much range. Now they can afford to have those weaknesses, if you want to even call them that. Certainly not in this fight. There's the Bucky. Finding one difficult to use when you're having to reclaim space, but they'll at least get off to a good start. Problem is, I don't think there's much to be upgraded there.
Spike planted.
Keiko might be able to grab something. Bane is not aware of him by the looks of things and comes to clear it and loses his life. Kamo with another. This is now getting very dangerous. What's left is still HYUNMIN. He has been huge, and MaKo really heated up towards the end of the last map. It's HYUNMIN to find one, to fall back now, create the space, force uncomfortable fights. It's a classic and a Bucky. All you gotta do is make sure you're far away, but Nats taking now MaKo, puts the pressure on HYUNMIN. Defuse underway, Bucky guarding short, and it's Kamo third!
Flash, pressure down. And that's what they look to do again.
DRX are ready for it, but the showstopper causes issues. The flash is perfect from trexx. And a dominant round from Team Liquid. MaKo Flash wins them the round. Great utility coming out of Team Liquid, but DRX now, still with rifles, still with those big ultimates. One away from Spring having the Viper's Pit, and it's going to be Orbital Strike immediately, covering off that backside of Lamps as they go in to clear it. Plant can now be secured. Spans through the smoke, always going to be dangerous. trexx finding that extra information and clearing out all this space, but when they see so many of the players from Team Liquid flooding into the A site, ults being committed, the TP is taken, and DRX go all the way out to the B site. Easy plant. That's a great adjustment, thinking on their feet.
Yeah, and look at the ults they have as well. Convergence path can completely stun up the players. That's immediately going to be used, in fact. That's 3 players that are just stuck in the spawn. The nade has been used just to try and quell any aggression, but DRX have no interest. Oh, we got a 5v4. We don't need to take the risk. Seeker's used on the other side to garner that extra little bit of space, but now the Viper's Pit hits onto the spike. This is a losing battle, or so it seems. Liquid somehow striking back. paTiTek with an immediate double, and a spray through onto Bane, leaves one. Freeing. He should be able to deny the first. Needs to at least try, and has done so, but Nats is there in response. I don't think so. From everything we've seen so far in this match.
Game of tennis.
It seems like we're going to spend the whole game on juice. And only a final advantage will be found at the end. Again, the Stinger has been a real irritation for Liquid. Nade will do some damage onto MaKo, but he will be able to escape. Post-plant with a Molotov, a seize as well, a snake bite. Like, they've got some post-plant utility to play with here. They don't, however, have guns.
Yeah, with the pistols, you think you even want to put that Viper's Pit in. It's usually not the play. Baiting out that utility already. You can see Grim Molly goes up, but it takes so long. They want so much time, and it doesn't matter! They're doing it with the pistols! Too much resistance, but 45 seconds left. Dash comes in, Refract online, first player spotted, stunned as well. Now they can try to close in that distance. That's exactly what they're doing. trexx under so much pressure. paTiTek tried to help him out, but he ends up falling at the hands of MaKo and DRX. They're pushing into this site where Keiko's falling for the decoy. Everything going the way of the attacking side since they pulled those sheriffs out in the last. And Team Liquid, yeah, the snake bite slash. Tap for Liquid. It should at least be a lead for DRX in the end with ults online for the next. Mainly looking at MaKo, he should have that orbital strike. And no one's close on Team Liquid. Oh, I thought that's an info dive. He's full committed. Still go back.
Sticking it for now. He is going to try and go back, and there isn't really anybody that can punish from this angle. It's a solid start though. Nats now goes down. But bear in mind, there were some severe weaknesses, and now Kamo's coming in from behind. He could just end this round, but it's Whippy! It's really whiffy. Luckily, he's got Keiko to back him up, and trexx has managed to find one with a ghost. It doesn't end up going wrong for Liquid, but
in terms of numbers, it makes this A site much more vulnerable. Only now trexx is swinging out to try to clear that position on short, and I think he's seen some of them. Kamo now turns to fight those players, and that's when Fring is going to be striking. Oh, doing damage as HYUNMIN finishes them off, but Keiko does well to at least find himself two, leaving it onto Bane. Spike down, 15 seconds. That plant needs to be secured now.
Flash over the top. Second comes out from Sky. This is forced Bane into an awkward position, or maybe not. trexx has gone for the fight, and this time Bane, again, he's just going to stick it out. Oh, eventually gets caught by the wingman that was from a player who died ages ago. When someone tries to headshot you. Anyway, into the round, an aggressive start, a low weapon or two, and an immediate usage of that orbital strike, a pacey hit, and well, it's gone right past, spotted the players, one of them already being stunned up, and the fight back, Bane's revenge, as he will find a double. Freeing in position, they need to clear him, and they have, gives them a chance.
Oh! MaKo and Bane are solo! Nightfall goes through. Both players spotted up there. Info to play with, but HYUNMIN, the man with the weight of the world on his shoulders now, his teammates have forced into a fight. The odds aren't looking to be in their favor, but time is ticking, waiting for the Nightfall to fade. The flash out sees no one. Close left clear, worried about long. Nats finding MaKo, but it's HYUNMIN finding himself the first, and Bane to swing deep. He was being shut down at every turn. A couple of rough openings, but for the most part, this has been night and day. Deep play from Team Liquid. Not afraid to get aggressive, and the full site's already cleared out. They're starting to get an inkling. DRX were doing something. There's no reason to leave A this open, so they expect the flank to be coming through. In fact, Nats expects the flank to be coming through. In goes the snake bite. He will be caught. Push up, but Keiko's watching his back. Team Liquid, a double opening, a 5 versus 3. They know that MaKo's here as well. Ooh, but Nats has been tagged extremely low. It's an easy cleanup. But time is ticking.
Yeah, there's so much left to do. Not much left to do it with. The players in lamps are going to cause serious issues, and at this point, it's all about orbs. The clock is far too low already, and MaKo, well, he's going to at least clean up a few, do a little bit of extra damage, but that is all she wrote. It will be Liquid.
Again, filling back into that space, steps hurt. They've made the right read. There's no utility coming through from Team Liquid. It's a disaster! MaKo! He has shut down that rotate. They were expecting a fight around the corner, but he steps through, takes the battle to them, and leaves Keiko in a 1 versus 5. What a game plan from DRX. Well played. The utility spent on B, the gradual fallbacks, the Viper wall up. It made it look like Liquid hadn't a chance if they went there. Bane coming in late. Sheriff kill. He'll make it out. Flashback sticks around for one, and he gets his reward. Kamo playing ahead, maybe expecting that the TP had already been taken. Either way, it's a mistake. Nats with an op, lurking up in the wall. You do not see this every day, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he does love an outlaw. But I guess his expectation is that, okay, they've got this double duelist, there's going to be players looking for the fight. He was correct. He just wasn't in the right place. Now just sat back. Going to try and claim some additional space. He managed to walk his way. This is the classic. He's walked all the way up. That operator's still watching, though. And that's taken out Keiko. He's managed to see a man on the other side, but DRX are not looking to fight this. Not looking to give that additional little battle over to Nats. In fact, he's going to go walking through, taking so much damage as he does, but his goal is not to fight these players, it's to get into the backlines. But look how prepared DRX are for this. They now have players watching from either side.
Orbital strike going to completely deny the plan. Trexx taken down as well. He'll go down with the ship, with his wingman, and the op on Flashback catches Nats. All that posturing, and it leaves them with nothing. And for paTiTek, yeah, he is way out of position. Trying to play a super late lurk, but one round between them. Orbital strike online, and you know what? It's going to be used, sent in onto Bane, but it's only a trade, and they've lost Kamo, the man who would have taken that orb and been one away from the showstopper. Instead, he's still one away, but it's going to have to be saved for the next round. And the credits where they're at, that's not ideal.
That's it. Successful ult combo. At least they don't go a man down, but it's a heavy investment. We now sit there looking at a patient DRX. You've got the operator locking down the other side, and HYUNMIN again is going to go looking for information, but he's managed to take quite a bit of control. They've stuck themselves in towards Zuka, but have left themselves stuck in the mud. Even still, they hold the line! An absolute shutdown of the Liquid push. They might get caught by the flashes, but it means the change that seems to have been. Flashback able to go over to the duelist, and Bane. That's the second round in a row we've seen him just spam through, and this time, well, there's no orbital strike to try and balance that one out.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, he's the one with the ultimate, and that confirms no one's here anymore. The A site's the right place to be. HYUNMIN starts to rotate around. He's now going to be here to help out with this push if it does come down here, and the big problem, the op in that corner. Trexx is stuck. He has to face him. He has to cross him. And you don't cross Flashback without paying the price. But Bane, in a 5v3, walks down B long. That's left the B site wide open.
Yeah, the thing is, Nats doesn't know that. It doesn't know how much of a commitment there was, so they still have to be patient, but eventually will get themselves in onto the site. Flashback, having that dimensional drift available, will be able to get themselves into post, but the plant not given over to Kamo means he doesn't have that ultimate online yet. They're trying to put the pressure on. He needs a kill, and he'll find it.
There we go.
Now that's the showstopper. Immediately puts into play, but he's trying to find a target, and he'll get it. HYUNMIN down, giving them the advantage once again, and Kamo's taking over. Just the one standing, but that one is Flashback. He has been a man to deal with, and a rifle picked up with the remaining two. So passive, so patient. He's expecting that they're towards long, but both players are going to be swinging from the same position, and only the first is needed.
Ready to push on up. In goes Thrash. A lot of pressure on A, but Spike's still in spawn. From DRX's perspective, this looks like a hit, but I think the rotate to B is far more likely. They'll pick up that spike and rush on in. HYUNMIN finds one, but paTiTek is good for the trade, and he's just a distraction right now. He is drawing their eyes, but DRX haven't full rotated. They've left MaKo on this side of the map. Bane's been holding on to control of B long. They're suspicious of this play, and rightfully so. Bane will find his reward. MaKo needs to be patient, play this one with his teammate, and Bane is the one to find the pick. They can swing together on Keiko. Spike down, 12 seconds as the rest of DRX arrive. They will not fall. This should be the lead to the defensive side, but stranger things have certainly happened, even just here today.
Oh, it's early space taken. Nice shot from Bane again. As said, they have struggled to deal with him on this site. Combination of utility trying to create pressure, and pressure is being created. Flashback missing a shot. Flash immediately around the corner. He's so blind and will fall because of it. Spike down once again. With these weak purchases, Liquid get a chance.
Liquid have got the op as well. They've done the work, the groundwork with the spike down. Might not be an advantage just yet, but it's a lot closer to it than they were just moments ago. The defuse already starts. Blind catches everybody. Liquid spamming though, and the player's up top! The defuse from MaKo!
It's going to slow them on their take. Freeing in the corner will be dealt with immediately. HYUNMIN needs to go big and doesn't. Immediately taken down, and they've even managed to remove Bane. The problem is, MaKo's still standing. Nats with the pit, and the spike wasn't necessarily committed to this side of the map. In fact, it's incredibly far away. It'll have to be a little bit perplexing to the other side. In fact, they are now going to take it into the B site. The Viper's pit ended up just being a ruse, but that feels much more like a mid-round call. You've dealt with Bane. Now you got a post plant.
But the damage here, well, the op has been picked back up, but it makes it a lot closer than it might seem. paTiTek and Kamo have been able to tuck away, though. They've been able to claim their spots to fight from. But Liquid need to be so careful not to overpeak. DRX already finding the opening.
Again.
They baited MaKo into the open with the tap. Another tap coming through. The scars of the previous round where the defuse was stuck. Still showing here, he needs to pick! MaKo! Stop the defuse! They know there's two players here. Blood in the water. The DRX are hunting it down. HYUNMIN catches Kamo. That was one of the main things the Team Liquid could rely on. The showstopper, if found, could change the course of this round. At least give them a leg up, and instead, they are falling.
Down B.
One by one, till it's a 5v3, a 5v2. DRX on the cusp of taking this series. A series everybody would have favored to Team Liquid at 2-0, the likely result. And look at them now.
30 seconds
They're called the masters of the group stage for a reason. The 5th, 6th spot has always had their name on it, and that means they need to make it out of the groups, but they're looking to do it in style. Keiko is all that stands in their way, and of course it's Flashback to deal the final blow. A late change